Heartbeat pulsing, neon lights are blinding. Lost in the rhythm where the future's.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I could never get used to saying that. I could never ever get used to saying that. Hey guys, I am Sapo Magwaba, but you can call me the Mad Guy T. Please call me the Mad Guy T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. And please don't forget to do what all the other YouTubers ask you guys to do all the time. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. And leave your comments down below. Today's video, actually, it was inspired by a question that I got asked recently. I met somebody who said they had been watching my YouTube since back in the day, and for them their question was to me, how did I just continue going when I was doing BSc? Did I ever have those moments whereby I just wanted to quit? Or did I always just remain focused on the goal and just went for it? And for me, sure, it really, it was not an easy response, but it really got me to reflect a lot and reflect hard. And to be quite honest, it was not always easy. It was never really easy just to keep going, just to have that momentum to say, I just couldn't want to do it and everything. And for me, I always tell people that I never really did BSc to get into medicine. I was just a small boy from the rural area who applied very late when all the medical schools had closed. And when I applied, I got told that, you know what, you could do BSc just for a year and then you get to do medicine. That's how I found myself in BSc. I didn't know what BSc was. I didn't know what it entailed. I didn't know the difference between a professional degree and an academic degree. All I knew is that I wanted to become a doctor, and for me that was that. So I never really did BSc as a means to get into medicine. But it was not always easy. It was not always easy. I often say that BSc is a very long journey, and if BSc is something that you're doing to get into medicine, it can be a very long and lonely route to embark on as a person. I'm saying long and lonely is because for some people it takes them quite a long journey to do the BSc, and it's not easy because somebody tells you that you need to do BSc to get into medicine, and then you start first day, and then the entire class, 800 people, and more than half the class tells you that they want to get into medicine, and then you start to look around, you're like, excuse me, what do you mean? There's so many of us here. What do you mean all of us are trying to get into medicine? Can be quite daunting. It can be quite intimidating also, because now you're going to be very firm on yourself. And BSc it's not a very easy degree. I don't want to lie. It's very challenging. It challenges you, and it demands a lot from you. It's different concepts. It's concepts that you didn't really do in depth in high school, so it can be quite difficult. So when you have this class, it's everybody, they are doing this, they want to get into medicine, it's not easy. It can be quite long, especially when the marks are not coming, especially when you are nearing the end of the degree and you're still not getting accepted, and you're like, what's next? And then sometimes you might feel trapped also to say, I'm in this degree, I don't really like it, I'm not really enjoying it, but I need to see through it because I have this goal that I'm working towards. And when the marks are not coming, it can be quite difficult. It can be quite an experience. I feel like as everybody who has done science before, they will tell you that BSc, it is quite an experience. For me, I would say that my advice would be, don't go through this experience alone. Don't go through this experience alone. Do not isolate yourself, and always trust, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself even when other people are not believing in you. And most of the time, people won't believe in you. Most of the time, some people will say to you, it's time to redirect. That was another question that I was asked to say, when do you know when God is saying to you, redirect? And when do you know when it is time to keep on pressing? And for me, I said, I always prayed, and I remained steadfast in my prayer and my faith, and that really assisted me. It helped me because there were moments whereby I thought about it. I was like, do we still continue or do we not? I feel like when I was doing my honors degree, and also when I started my master's degree, I knew at that particular moment that if I don't end up doing MBCHB, I'll still be fine here. I will be fine. I will make a difference here. I think I had told myself that as a researcher, I can bring about change as a scientist into the world, and that will also assist people, because my why had always been to help people, to become a vessel, to live this purpose, to push through and see this goal that God instilled in me to the end. So that's not always easy. It was not always hard also. I found happiness within science. I feel like that's another thing that I want to leave with you guys today, to say that in this long journey, in this long route that you've decided to embark on, always remember that enjoy this moment also. Enjoy this chapter of your life. Another question, I'm going to reference a lot of today's discussion on a lot of the questions that I got asked, and this chat really got me to think. It really got me to reflect. And what did I want to say? I'll remember. I'm losing my train of thought because I'm thinking of a lot of things at once. And I know, yes, the question was, if I were to go back and change everything else, would I have wanted to go straight from matric into medical school and just delete those years that I did in science? And my answer was, I don't think so. I won't. Looking back, I don't think so, because I believe that everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. Everything happened for a reason for me, and I met the most incredible people. I made great connection. I enjoyed myself. I got to discover myself as somebody, as a young boy who came from a rural area, who was very new in Bloemfontein. It was very different. It was a small city. I feel like it prepared me. It prepared me for what was lying ahead. And then because I worked so hard to get there, once I was there, it was very easy for me to remain there. It was very easy for me to always remember my why, and I wouldn't have done it either, like any differently. So with that, I wanted to say to you guys that always try to enjoy your time in science. Even when you feel like you're not enjoying the degree, find parts of the degree that you enjoy. Make it a very memorable experience. Do not go through it alone. Like I said, people sometimes don't understand, to say to you, why are you still doing this? Some people might say to you, go do physiotherapy, go do nursing, go do this. You don't have to become a doctor and all of that. But because you've already found yourself in there, for me, try to enjoy the journey. Try to do your best. We don't expect you to do amazing things, great things. Do your best. I always say to people, you won't give 100% every day. Some days you'll give 80, some days you'll give 50, but remember, that's still your best. You had 50 to give, you gave 50. We can all be proud and grateful that you showed up and you gave your 50. Try to enjoy. Reach out to other people. Also, like I said, even in this dream that you have, to say that my end goal is to get into medical school, please don't let it blindfold you from everything something else that is there that you can do, that you can still make a difference. Even in your little small circle right now, you ask yourself, what can I do? How do I live out this purpose within this time? You will know. If it's meant to be, it will happen. You keep on applying, you apply everywhere, and then something will have to give eventually. If that is not on your cards in the long term, it's always fine to redirect, to refocus. But if that's not in your cards, you remain steadfast in what you want and you go for it. For me, I've always believed that things happen when they're supposed to happen. It's not everybody who has to go through life. It's not going to be easy. We often say that we plan and then God decides. Sometimes our journeys, we want them to be very linear, but sometimes they're just going to be hurdles along the way that's going to make you, prepare you, make you stronger, and make you a better person. I say this because I look at the type of doctor that I am right now, the type of doctor that I want to become, and I feel like all the experiences that I've went through have really molded and packaged me into this person. They've really molded and packaged me into somebody who can remain very humble, somebody who can still work very hard, someone who still listens to people. I listen to patients, I listen to other people's struggles because I've went through my own struggles also. I'm not quick to shout. Now that I'm getting a bit older, I live with another motto to say that I want to extend grace to people, to say that when people do things, when people act of character, I'm always thinking to myself, what is it? What is the lesson here? Like, how do I assist and afford people grace? And I feel like for me, it's because of the journey. It's because of everything else that I've went through. And for me, wouldn't have chosen to be. I wouldn't have chosen this path to be any other way. I know this video is all over the place. I didn't plan to jot anything down. I just wanted to speak from the heart. I just wanted to say that to my fellow people in science, as somebody who went through science, science can be quite beautiful, and there's different fields in science. You don't have to do a very specific one. And as somebody who wants to do medicine, there's a lot of things that you can do. There's behavioral genetics, you can do microbiology, you can do biochemistry, you can do hematology. Funny enough, you get people who have studied MBCHB branching out to specialize in pathology, and like people become microbiologists, they become biotechnologists, they become hematologists, and I look at that and I laugh because in second year I was doing as one of my majors microbiology, in final year of BSc one of my majors was hematology, and I'm like, listen, like somebody did an MBCHB only to do hematology, and here am I was doing hematology, I left it, I went to MBCHB. So that goes to show that clinical medicine is not for everybody. Some people, they still find themselves in medicine, but they end up going the science route, end up going the research route. So don't feel like you are stuck there. Just like keep on keeping on and have faith in yourself and just work hard. Work hard. We just want you to work hard. We want you to believe in yourself. When you write those motivational letters, you write the most amazing motivational letters. If your goal is to become a doctor, please go for it. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Anyone can become a doctor. There's a lot of fields, there's lots of specialties to specialize in. If you don't like people, you can do forensic medicine, although patients are quiet. If you don't want to speak a lot, like for me right now, I'm in my quiet boy era, and I love anesthesia, and my patients could be all asleep. If you love babies, there's pediatrics. If you are really passionate about mental health, something that I'm really now more aware of, and it's something because I feel like with mental health care, because it's now in the forefront so much, there is so much awareness around it. Psychiatrists there, you can specialize in that. You see, you can have maybe somebody's doing psychology, they want to do medicine. You see, psychology and psychiatrists work hand in hand, they work very closely together. There's just a lot. You love the eyes, there's ophthalmology. Like, an optometrist is there, there's an ophthalmologist. You see, medicine, there's a lot that you can branch out on. So if this is for you, you just keep on keeping on. If your journey is meant to be redirected in some way or the other, you'll find your way. But what I wanted to say is that in this long journey that is science, it can be long, it can be very lonely, it can be a lot misunderstood from other people. They cannot understand what you want and why you're doing this. For me, just keep on keeping on. Just go for it. Go after your goals. You owe it to yourself to go after your goals passionately, with your voice shaking, with you dancing and everything. You just keep on keeping on. You just keep on going. And if you have a goal, you work towards it. You really go for it. You fight for it. It must show. You need to be able to do so exceptional where you are, so that when you go to the next level of your life, then you get there, you are ready, you get there, and you can even do much better. There's so many of us who didn't go through medical school, the traditional route, and all of us have something in common. We worked very hard where we were, so that when we get to where we wanted to be, God could recognize. He could be like, you've been faithful servant where I had placed you. Now we can elevate you and open this door. I want to leave you guys with this line to say that one of the verses that I really love, it says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. So I'll repeat it again. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. I'm not going to make this video any longer than this. I'm going to end it right here. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a major thumbs up. You can also comment on down below to tell me which BSc you are doing. I'm going to be rooting for all of you. And then you can also tell me which year you're doing and how long have you been applying for medicine for and how is it going. Let's create a little community on the comment section of all the science people who are kicking it together, so that this journey is not so long, it's not so lonely, we don't have to bear it alone. So for me, but you can call me the Med Guy. Please call me the Med Guy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.